Hello, Matthew Williams here with a video to talk to you about video things that just don't fucking work. Like this bloody Procaster, which just won't fucking work. Doesn't fucking work. I can't see a preview. Can't fucking see a preview. Hello there. Preview. Great. Preview, come back. No, preview allowed. Preview not come back. Preview not allowed. Preview now working temporarily. Okay, great. Let's get it fucking going before this thing cocks up again. Right. Just a video to bring you something on Max Kaiser and the artist Taxi Driver, which is this channel. I really don't have any idea why this fucking thing doesn't work, but there we are. So the artist Taxi Driver and Max Kaiser, go and watch that out. Go and type that in. It's called This Is Not a Recession, It's a Robbery with Max Kaiser. So that's how you can find it on YouTube. I'll put a link down the bottom for you. But I wanted to talk to you about a few other things today as well, because there's a story that appeared in the American press about a dog that sort of got killed. It's a police dog, and it got found dead in a police cruiser. So here it is, and I got this from Causes because it's one of these things you can sign up for. So there are Causes on Facebook, and it basically says they want people to sign up to protest because a dog was left in a police car, windows closed, 150-degree heat in the car, and basically the police officer involved, here it says he got a 3-day suspension, slap on the wrists basically for doing this. So people think that this is bad news and this guy should actually get more than just a 3-day slap on the wrist suspension without pay. As it says here, had any average citizen killed his own dog in this way, let alone a police dog, he would certainly have had a far harsher legal sentences than just a few days off work. So, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, people, because at the end of the day, what's going on here is, it's happening all the fucking time, not just with police dogs, but with human beings, and I'll give you an example here, like from the UK. Right, this is a story that was in the Guardian newspaper, and people in the UK will remember this one because it was about a police dog, that got, well, I think it was 2 or 3 police dogs, wasn't it? Here we are, a full-grown Belgian Malinois and a 5-month-old Alsatian puppy. There it is. Were found dead after being locked in a police car on one of the hottest days of the year. And the Metropolitan Police could not confirm that an officer was taken to hospital after the incident with injuries to his hands. So, he might have gone a little bit crazy and actually injured himself following the deaths of the animals. Well, I'm sorry, but this is like no fucking duh. No fucking duh. I've seen people locking fucking dogs in cars with the windows closed, on hot fucking days. And I've ended up leaving notes on their windscreens, I felt like smashing the fucking windscreen of the fucking car, or smashing the side window of the car, to let some fucking air in for the dog. Because to be quite honest, I think in a court of law, I would have probably been told, yes, I did the right thing. Because, I was basically doing something to stop animal cruelty there. And I think I would have been fucking exonerated for that. But there you go, isn't it? Police officers can kill people and get away with it, right? And they can fucking get away with mistreating their own fucking animals, which they're supposed to be trained. They're supposed to be trained in how to fucking, deal with these dogs. They're trained in how to deal with them, and they're supposed to live as part of the family. And then these supposed responsible people, these responsible police officers, these pillars of the fucking community, can't even look after their own fucking dogs, that they've been trained to do. Well, like I said, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because at the end of the day, you know, there's a lot of fucking deaths going on with the police. And, you know, basically, this is something I've talked about before, and it concerns me because, you know, here we are, Guardian again, talking about this is in October, deaths, October this year, October the 1st, and it's called Deaths in Custody Lessons Are Being Ignored, says charity. Okay. And basically, you know, we've got a picture of somebody in a cell, and I'll start reading the article for you. I won't. I'll just this is as a review, so, you know, you go and see the Guardian and read the proper article because obviously you'll get their advertising then. So, deaths in English and Welsh prisons are rising, with the annual numbers of fatalities climbing from 155 in 2006 to 189 last year. Lessons learned from deaths in police and prison custody are being repeatedly ignored or lost because there is no official body to enforce them, according to a charity that supports bereaved families at inquests. Many coroners' Rule 43 reports, which are designed to prevent accidents and save lives, have negligible impact because there is no authority charged with ensuring compliance, the organisation Inquest has warned. It launched its deaths. Its report is launched as deaths in England and Welsh prisons are on an upward trend, having dipped to 155 in 2006. The annual number of fatalities climbed to 189 last year. Now, I've talked to you about the story of a guy who was found dead in the police cells in Tonpentra police station in South Wales, which is where I used to live, and this was at the end of my street. And this guy was apparently, you know, having a bit of a barney with his missus. So because he was having a bit of a barney, the police brought him in and put him in the cells. Unfortunately, then in the morning he was found dead. Ugh. A mystery. A mystery. Was it a mystery? Well, the mystery gets more exciting when you find out that the heat was turned off in the cells, he was stripped naked, and he had been beaten up. So he died of hypothermia and from injuries. But no police officer was charged. Check that fucking out. No police officer was charged. And yet they're supposed to have CCTV. And it's not just one police officer will be on duty for custody suites. There'll be more than one police officer. There'll be a few police officers there. And do you think that they're not going to know when somebody's getting beaten up in the cells? Do you think they're not going to know when somebody's getting beaten the fuck out of in the cells? So anyway, if you want to find out a little bit more about this, there is a site I'm just going to take you to now, which might put some perspective on this. And it's called the Independent Police Complaints Commission. So you can go there. It's ipcc.gov.uk, and the whole web address here for this is ipcc.gov.uk/en/pages/reports_pol_custody.aspx. Okay, if you go there, you will basically see 2012. It says deaths during or following police contact, statistics for England and Wales 2011 and 2012. So here we go. Let's call it up and you can see what's there. So this is the deaths during or following police contact. Okay, now I'm going to read some of this out for you so you can see what's in there. So statistics for England and Wales 2011 2012. Blah 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 blah. Okay, and then basically it talks about the categories and the pages you can go down to. So introduction, findings, road traffic fatalities, fatal shootings, deaths in or following police custody, or other deaths following police contact. An apparent suicide, notice the word apparent, right? Apparent suicides following police custody. Apparent, okay? Ready? Apparent suicides, okay? Yeah, so even the suicides, the Independent Police Complaints Commission, not too sure about some of them, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. So let's have a little look down now. All right, then I'm just going to give you a very brief overview here. Okay, but basically we're dealing with road traffic fatalities, right, which include deaths of motorcyclists, cyclists, or pedestrians arising from police pursuits. Okay, let's just zoom you in a little bit here so you can get this. Okay, so this is road traffic fatalities, including deaths of motorists, cyclists, or pedestrians arising from police pursuits, police vehicles responding to emergency calls, and other police traffic related activities. Okay, and this says this would not include, so to be very specific, this does not include deaths following a road traffic accident where the police have attended just after the event as an emergency service. So that's not where people have managed to kill themselves in, things like that, uh, road accidents. We're definitely just talking here about where the police have managed to kill people by chasing them, running them over, this sort of stuff, right? Then let's have a look at the fatal shootings, which include fatalities where police officers fired the fatal shot. Okay, so this is where the police are responsible. Okay, deaths in or following police custody includes the deaths of persons who have been arrested or have been detained by police under the Mental Health Act. It includes deaths which occur whilst a person is being arrested or taken into detention, i.e. in the cells. The death may have taken place on police, private, or medical premises, in a police place, or public place, or in another vehicle. Okay, this would include deaths that occur during or following police custody, where injuries that contributed to death were sustained during the period of detention, or deaths that occur in or on the way to hospital following or during transfer from the scene of arrest or police custody. Okay, so that means when the police have their hands on the people. Okay, and the deaths that occur as a result of injuries or other medical problems that are identified that developed while a person is in custody. That means they might end up having a heart attack or something like that. Why they would possibly have a heart attack, perhaps, it is something that could be brought into question. Like the fact that the police refuse to give you your tablets when you're in custody, because if you've got a heart condition or something like that, they refuse to give you your tablets. Like they've refused to give me tablets for my anxiety, which could, in fact, lead to a heart attack because of over adrenaline production and increased heart rate and problems with blood pressure. But when I've been in the cells, I've been fucking told, no, you ain't having your fucking drugs. So, a word to the wise: if you ever get arrested, right, folks, if you ever get arrested by the police, right, before they put you in the cells, whilst you have the chance to do so, take your medication before you get arrested. Okay, that's a little tip from me. Take your medication before you get arrested. And if you're in the car and they got the handcuffs on you, right, if you can get your hands in your pockets and get your medication, you better fucking take it before you go in the cells, because those fucking cunts want to see you suffer. And trust me, they will. They will see you suffer, because they won't let you take any medication that does not come in a box. Okay, it doesn't come in a fucking box, and the box has to have your name on it, and it has to be, all the drugs in there have to be unopened. So they have to have your name on it so they can know that they're your drugs, and they won't contact your doctor to find out whether or not you're allowed to have those drugs. They will not contact the doctor or your hospital to find out whether you're allowed to have them, right? And they won't fucking let you have them. So they will make you suffer in the fucking cells without your fucking medication. And they will see you die. They will fucking see you die before they'll fucking contact a doctor to get you fucking looked after. Trust me, right? This is how the fucking scummy little cunts work. Okay? So, right. And it says this would not include, right, back to the point, suicides that occur after a person has been released from police custody. Okay? So that means after you've been beaten the fuck out of, right? Let's have a little look. After you've been beaten the fuck out of by the police and you're feeling suicidal, it doesn't include suicides that would occur after a person has been released from police custody, yeah, or deaths of individuals who have been transferred to the care of another agency, like a hospital, yeah, or deaths where um, that occur where police are called to assist medical staff to restrain individuals who are not under arrest. Okay then, but anyway, let's skip down. Let's skip down because you get the general flavour of this, right? Okay. Let's skip down to the findings, right? In 2011-2012, the following number of fatalities occurred within each category. 18 road traffic fatalities, which means that the police basically killed people in chasing them, okay, or running people over, or crashing into other people's cars whilst getting to the scene of some fucking incident, yeah, because they're driving too fast. Yeah, 2 fatal police shootings, which are quite interesting. We'll come to those in a minute because these people were shot. Just happened. I think they were black. Just happened to be black, and I don't think they were actually armed. But here we go. Right, 15 deaths in or following police custody. Right, and 47 other deaths following police contact, i.e., these people were quite alive before a police officer turned up. Then they became deaded, and 6 feet under once the police had arrived. Okay, let's scroll down. And then there were 39 apparent suicides. Apparent suicides following police custody. Okay, interesting figures, eh? Right, circumstances of death with road traffic fatalities. Okay, 11 people died during or shortly after a police pursuit. Of these, 8 individuals were the driver or a passenger in a pursued vehicle and died when their vehicle crashed, for example, into a lamppost. Let's have a look. Lamppost, tree, or wall. 1 person died after their vehicle was hit by a car being pursued by the police. Yeah, so that's other cars being hit. So innocent people being killed because the police are determined to chase people in at high fucking speed in cars. So 2 pedestrians were fatally injured in separate incidents after being pursued by a car. So there we are. People on the fucking side of the road being killed because the police are absolutely fucking determined at all costs, including the fatalities of others. Yeah, they're fucking determined that they're going to chase fucking cars around. So there we go. Then we have road traffic fatalities, the demographics, right? Circumstances of death, fatal shootings. Here we are. 2 fatal shootings occurred in 2011-2012. One involved officers from the Metropolitan Police, and the other involved police from Greater Manchester Police. IPCC investigations currently ongoing in both of these cases. In the case involving the Metropolitan Police, a pre-planned operation was carried out by a specialist unit. Specialist unit, my fucking arse. Yeah, right. Listen why. During the operation, police stopped a minicab containing a 29-year-old man of, quote, other black ethnic origin. 2 shots were fired by an officer. One of the shots struck the man in his chest, causing fatal injuries, and he died at the scene. In the case involving Greater Manchester Police, a 36-year-old white man was shot through the windscreen of the car he was in by officers from a specialist firearms unit during a pre-planned operation. He died as a result of a single gunshot wound to the chest. Ah, right, okay. Right, deaths in or following police custody. 15 people died in or following police custody. Of those, 13 were male and 2 were female. 11 individuals were reported to be white British, and the other 2 were of other white ethnic origin. 1 person was identified as white and black African origin. Right, okay. Circumstances of death. Yeah. 1 person became ill while at the scene of an arrest and was taken to hospital by ambulance, where he died within an hour of arrival. 1 individual was arrested at his own property, where they were then taken ill, and the police transported the individual to hospital, and they died sometime later. Might it be due to the way that the police fucking arrest people, and perhaps on certain occasions don't fucking let them be treated for the illnesses they've got? They don't want to get involved because it's just more than their fucking job is worth. Yeah, okay. 1 person died after the police were called to a public house following the report of an intoxicated man armed with a knife. Police and staff restrained the man, who was then escorted to hospital for immediate medical attention, where he later died. I wonder whether he was possibly helped with a little bit of smacking around the fucking head before he was taken to the hospital. Um, One person was arrested on a hospital ward after allegedly assaulting a member of medical staff. His condition deteriorated immediately after that, and he remained in a medically induced coma until he died 2 weeks later. So I see, this man assaults a member of staff, but then suddenly his condition, after the police get hold of him, seems to deteriorate to the point where he's put into a coma for injuries, and then dies 2 weeks later. Wow, that's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, right, okay. One individual with known mental health issues was escorted to a hospital by officers. On arrival, he was reported to have become increasingly agitated and was restrained by officers and detained under the Mental Health Act. He died the following day. It's just it. We seem to have a pattern forming here. It's like, you know, people getting agitated and strangely happening to die when the police get in contact with them. They're like some sort of, Ebola virus, aren't they? It's like once you come into contact with, this virus called the fucking police, you tend to die quite quickly after that. Anyway, let's scroll on and have a look at this. Deaths in or following police custody. So here we are. Excited delirium related, 5 fatalities. Drug or alcohol overdose, 2. Disease of the digestive system, 1. Disease of nervous system, 1. Circulatory system, 1. External injuries, yeah, right. External injuries often, tends to include police officers' fists entering the close confines of your head and stomach. Usually stomach, because then it leaves less marks. But asphyxiation, wow. I wonder how you become asphyxiated in police custody. Would that be because of pillows being put over your face, or perhaps being strangled? I wonder. Interesting. Poisoning. And 2 which were awaited that had another post-mortem. Okay, so then we have other deaths following police contact. Right. Okay, now this is where it gets much more interesting. Right, look. Domestic related 18 fatalities. You know what this means, right? You know what this means? Just like I told you, the police officers at the bottom of my street, if you're calling a police officer out because you've got a problem with a neighbor and they're screaming and shouting and you think there might be a bit of fisticuffs going on and maybe somebody's hitting a woman or whatever, and the police come along, right? The police come along and they arrest Mr. Blokey for being a nasty person, whatever. Even if it's just shouting, screaming and shouting, as you do, because your fucking woman is a bit fucking mental and she's giving you a load of fucking aggro, whatever. Yeah, so you're screaming and shouting back and forth with each other. It could be because the bloke's a bit of a drunk fucking twat as well. I'm not to be totally sexist, but it could be because of he's not fucking buying her enough fucking jewelry, whatever. He's not fucking taking her out shopping enough, and he refuses to give her a fucking, an unrestricted line on his fucking credit card, so she can go out shopping. Could be any of those reasons, or anything like that. She could be not getting her own way, so she's accusing him of fucking shagging the kids, in order to fucking get her own way. And when things like that don't work, um, it could be fucking. Then there's screaming and shouting starts, because people ain't getting their own way. So he could be accusing her of going out and shagging some fucking bloke, whatever. The police get called, yeah, because people can hear him screaming and shouting. Maybe even one of them calls the fucking police. I remember a little cunt called Shelley fucking doing something similar, punches me in the fucking face and calls the police and then says that I've been fucking having a go at her. So these are the reason that the police get called, right? And, is it any wonder that somebody like moi, right, knowing these figures that you can see up on the side of the fucking screen, knowing what happens, decides, fuck this for a game of fucking, marbles, I'm going to get the fuck out of here and I'm going to leave this fucking I'm going to leave this fucking idiot, you know, to their own fucking devices. Well, lucky that I fucking did, because she had called the fucking police. You know, she'd fucking called the police. And I thought, well, fucking hell, if she's calling the fucking police, you know, if she's calling the fucking police, I'm going to fucking leave her to it because she's fucking mental. Yeah. Right, but what actually happens? What actually happens is fucking the police come along and then they fucking arrest whoever's around, yeah, based on just the word of somebody who's there, right? Don't have to have fucking evidence, yeah. They'll just arrest them and they'll take you to the cells. And if they don't like the look of you, or they don't like the fact that you're quite fucking upset by something, they will take you in the cells and they will beat the living fucking shit out of you, right? And then what they normally do is they say, yeah, they came into the cells like that. They were like that when they came in here. Yeah. Which of course looks really good for you if, you know, you fucking end up being accused of something and going to court and then you're covered in fucking bruises and they say, yeah, they were like that when they came in. And they think, well, they must have been fighting with somebody. They weren't fighting with the police because the police all say that they came in like that. So if they must have been fighting and having all these marks on them, says Mr. Judge and Mr. fucking jury and executioner, then if they've got all these marks on them, then they must be a very violent and dangerous person. So therefore, yes, they must have done what this other cunt says they did in fucking, you know, causing trouble. So guilty as charged. Ha 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 ha. I'm the wicked judge. I know how the world works and I can think telepathically beyond what is the facts in front of me. Yes, because that's what judges often do. They make fucking decisions based on probabilities, not fucking facts. Yes, and then you know that's what's supposed to be called. You know, that's what's supposed to be fucking called justice in this country. I've had it done to me a number of times. Police officers, you know, fucking there standing in the court, trying to say that I didn't have a safety belt on. And I said, well, this was nothing to do with the safety belt. This was to do with being followed from RAF Rudloe Manor, where these police don't like me doing fucking investigations. Yeah. And do you know what the judge said? He said, why would the police lie? That's what the judge said to me in a fucking Crown Court. Why would the police lie? I don't know. I I think it might be something to do with the fact that they're cunts trying to fuck you over at all costs, and they don't like being, you know, losers. So there's your reason, Judge. But you ain't gonna have it though, because if you had that, the whole fucking system would fall apart, including your big fucking wage packet, Your Honour. So of course they don't do stuff like that, do they? Do they? So anyway, here we go. Back to the fucking figures. Domestic fucking related, yeah, fatalities, 18. There's the big fucking number. That means that if they think that you've been screaming at a woman, yeah, if they think you've been screaming at a fucking woman, they're gonna take you in the cells, strip you off, beat you up, fucking, if you die, they didn't do it. Wasn't them, yeah. Health injuries, intoxicated general, yeah, right, yeah. Intoxicated, yeah, yeah. Get taken in the cells, get beaten the fuck out of, yeah. And then you can say they actually had some other injuries and health issues, right? Self-harm, suicide, risk, mental health, yeah. See, less of those, right, than these, yeah. Missing persons ending up dead, yeah. Okay. Other, 5. I don't know what the other, that'd be interesting. Let's have a look what other comes up as, right? Avoiding contact or arrest, 1, i.e. that's somebody who just doesn't want to get fucked over by the police, trying to avoid being fucked over by the police, ending up dead as well, yeah? And other, yeah, other. I'm interested to read what these fucking others are, yeah? Bloody hell. Anyway, so okay, suicides following custody, right? For a sexual offence, yeah, 9. Breach of the peace, criminal damage or public order. I mean, come on, breach of the fucking peace. That just means fucking somebody who's standing around screaming and shouting like bloody oh Christ, what's his name? You know, the love police. That's fucking breach of the peace. Somebody standing there with a megaphone. So he ends up, the police have got hold of him, and he ends up fucking dead. Yeah, criminal damage. Like maybe smashing a window of a cunt, throwing a brick through some fucking cunt's window, or fucking, throwing paint over their fucking car or something like that. Because they fucking stole money off you or something. Whatever. You can be a criminal for doing all those sorts of things. You can be a criminal for fucking making crop circles. You know, and then the number of fatalities there, fucking 7. Yeah, public order offences, i.e., just fucking being out and about on the street and they don't like the look of you. Public order, you know, like that fucking guy doing his human beatbox stuff in London, and they say you haven't got a license to be here on the street doing your public beatbox thing, and they steal his money off him, and they say that he's a fucking busker. Yeah, that's public order offences. Yeah, 7 people. Yeah, 7 fucking people. Yeah, died because of that fucking stuff. Yeah, driving offences or drink driving, 5. Violence related, i.e., non-sexual or murder, um, threatening behaviour. So, this is people who've committed suicide uh, following police custody. Yeah, right, okay, well, all right, sex crimes and murderers, they want to commit suicide, whatever. People detained under the Mental Health Act, 4. People charged for theft or burglary, 4. Drug, alcohol related, 2 afterwards. Failure to appear in court or breach of bail or recall to prison, 1. Yeah, well, who the fuck would want to go to prison at the end of the day, innit? And possession of a weapon, 1, and fraud. Right, okay. Let's have a look then. Fucking hell. So, basically, you got 18 for road traffic. Let's have a look. Let's scroll this out so you can see what's there. 18 for road traffic, 2 for fatal shootings, 15 for deaths in or following police custody, 15. Yeah. So after other deaths following police contact, 47. Right. Apparent suicides following custody, 39. Yeah. So this is not fucking good, is it? It's not very fucking good, this. Yeah. So yeah, you want to read this report. It's very interesting stuff, and you can break it down. And, basically what you've got is a situation whereby the police will not get done for doing these things. They will not be arrested, they will not be prosecuted, and they will not get done. And the reason for this is like with, presidents of countries. There's this thing, if you want to look it up, right, Google this. I think it's known as the presidential agreement, yeah, and it's the agreement that presidents make when they hand over to another president, and it's an agreement that's made when prime ministers hand over to new prime ministers. In the UK, they all do it. They do it in Russia. I've read reports about it being done in Russia. They do it in America, and they do it in the UK. And basically, what it is a little agreement that they will not prosecute any president, prime minister, for crimes that they have committed previously. They will not. You can call them in to investigate, and you can bring them in front of commissions and committees, and they can fucking stand there all day long, and they can say, yeah, I did all this shit. I fucking did the lot. I fucking knew about it, or I was compliant in it, and yeah. And they can stand there and admit the fucking works, yeah, and they will not be arrested for it. And you know the reason why they won't be arrested? Because there's an agreement that any prime minister, president of all these major nation countries, right, will agree to pardon the next, the previous prime minister or president. And it's known as the handshake, basically. It's the handshake they make, the agreement that is passed on that all crimes they have committed will be pardoned. And that's the way it works. That's the way the system works. It's a little bonus. It's a little scheme they have, which means that they can't be prosecuted. So basically, it's just game on. It's fucking game on for anything that these pricks do. Yeah? It's like you can't fucking arrest the Queen. You can't arrest the royal family. yeah, it can't be done. It's not allowed. They can't be done for things they have done, you know? So, yeah, it's just fucking crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy, this world we live in. And, it comes down to everything from minor stuff, all the way up to murders. These fuckers never get done. The more the crime, the less they'll get done. They're more likely to get thrown off the force for being seen to fuck up their paperwork, or perhaps getting caught for taking some drugs on duty or something like that. They're more likely to get sacked for that than they are for murdering somebody. Yeah, which is pretty fucking weird when you think about it, isn't it? So anyway, something for you to think about, and read this report and see what you think. And I was just as a final thing. No, actually, there is a point to this. Actually, there is. Have a look at this. I've got some extra information. This is from BBC News, and it says that police officers' numbers fall to the lowest level in a decade. Okay, and basically, uh, there was there. Here we are. I'm going back to this Guardian thing, and it says that fatalities climbed to 189 deaths. You know, deaths last year. So this is what the Guardian is totaling up. Yeah, there's 189 deaths total. Yeah. So let's do some very simple maths on this. Okay. Let's bring up Mr. Microsoft's fucking super duper calculator and see what we can get going. Is it going to come up? Thinking about it. No, it's thinking about it. It's not too sure if it wants to come up. Anyway, I've done the calculations myself. So come up here. Right. Okay. So there's 136,000 police working in the UK. I looked up the figures. I Googled them. So 136,000 police, right? And there were 189 murders. So let's divide 136,000 police by 189. And that means that one in every 719 officers in the police have been responsible or involved in a murder, right, in police custody. So 1 in 719 police officers is culpable in a murder. And do you know what that means? Do you know what that actually means? Right? Because, like I say, for every police officer who's involved in a murder or a death, yeah, in police custody, of course, they're called accidental deaths, yeah, right? For every one of these that's involved, and we know that a lot of them aren't accidental, right? There has to be at least two, maybe three other officers, right? Maybe two officers who were there, that saw the fucking murder taking place, and other officers who were supervising, who've basically backed them up. So they're part of this little psychopathic fucking criminal police officer murder network, yeah? So let's say if we divide the 719, let's call it 800, that's 1 in 200 officers, 1 in 200 officers has been involved in covering up a fucking murder in the police. Now that's fucking, those statistics are quite scary when you think about it. 1 in 200 is either helping somebody who's fucking committed a murder, right? Help that fucking happen so that they don't get into trouble, or as being part of it directly. Now those figures are pretty fucking scary when you think about it, right? And if you look up the term political ponerology, right, and which is psychopathy, psychopathy in ruling positions where people like police officers have got special powers and should be um, watched really to make sure that they're not fucking psychopaths. Yeah, they should be given tests to find out whether they are psychopathic and should be watched extremely carefully to make sure they don't fucking go out of line. I met a psychopathic fucking police officer one night who decided he was going to chase me from outside my house when I lived in Bishop's Cannings, and he was ramming, almost ramming, slamming his brakes on and going right up behind my car and fucking then dropping back and then going right up against my car and then dropping back. And he was looking for me to react. And initially I didn't react, and I got chased all the way to the barge inn, and I refused to stop when he put his lights on. at the humpback bridge right outside the pub. I refused to stop, and I drove that little bit of extra distance down the trackway into the pub, and I got witnesses, and I'm lucky I fucking did, because this guy was a psycho. This guy was an absolute fucking psycho, and maybe that was what he was there to do. Maybe he was going to beat me up that night. Maybe he was going to get his fucking dog out, because he was a dog handler. Maybe he was going to fucking get that dog and set that fucking dog on me. And maybe he was going to get that fucking dog to fucking sort me out because of being a circle maker. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of, is why he was there, because I live in a fucking dead end country lane where there is no reason for any police car to be down there. And this police car was parked up waiting for me to come out of my house, and there we are. That's your police force, right? There's a personal fucking example I'm giving you here of seeing the police act in a fucking dodgy manner, right? And they've tried to get me a few times. They've tried to get me a few fucking times, yeah? And they wonder why I don't comply. And they wonder why, I don't take fucking shit. And I actually am a little bit fucking, wary of when people fucking come up to my car late at night, like on that fucking hill, you know, and fucking come up to my car and start tapping on my window, and why I fucking turn the engine on and fucking drive away really fucking sharpish is because it's not just fucking police I have to worry about, it's fucking people I don't even know I gotta fucking worry about, yeah? And that's why I don't take any fucking shit off these people, and I suggest you don't take any fucking shit either, right? I really fucking suggest, if you ever get pulled up in a fucking suspicious looking circumstance by the police, you fucking get on the phone and you start fucking ringing the fucking police yourself and saying, I'm being fucking chased around here by some fucking idiots in a fucking cop car, and I ain't fucking stopping, right? And I'm going to come to the police station, and I want a load of fucking police officers to come and take me in. I'm not letting these fuckers do it, yeah? And that's my best advice to you, is do not let them fucking take you, because when they take you on their fucking terms, you don't know why they're doing it. Yeah, you don't know why they're fucking doing it, and you don't know what they're up to, and you don't know that they haven't fucking planned that, and they got special fucking treatment in store for you. You just don't fucking know that, yeah. And my experience is, yeah, from fucking dealing with these people, right? They fucking lie. They do not admit to what they fucking done, which is what that guy, that police officer who chased me, fucking did. He was a dog handler, yeah, like these stories I showed you earlier on, yeah, where the fucking dogs died in fucking police handler fucking supposed to be looking after them. And what did I say on that fucking night that fucking arsehole chased me in that car? He was chasing me around the fucking lanes at high speed in that fucking police car, and he didn't put his lights on, so I didn't know it was a police car. And he chased me all the way to the pub, about 10 miles, and I thought I was being chased by a fucking lunatic. I thought I was being chased by a fucking crop circle lunatic, one of the fucking crop circle idiots. And there's no way I'm going to stop for them, yeah? And there's no way I'm going to fucking stop for the police down a fucking dark country fucking lane, because what could happen to me? What could fucking happen to me? No bollocks. If I get fucking police fucking lights coming on behind me, right? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive to a fucking police station, right? Or to a fucking forecourt of a garage, and I will be saying, I want fucking witnesses to this. I want witnesses to my arrest. I want you to witness the fact that I've not been beaten up and there's no fucking punch marks on me, right? Before this fucker puts me in the back of that car. And I want those witnesses, yeah? So I ain't stopping for them fucking no fucking way. No fucking way. It's not going to be arrest on their fucking terms. It'll be arrest on my fucking terms. Yeah? Because they are fucking arseholes. They are complete fucking arseholes. They're useful sometimes. Yes, they have their uses. Yes, they have their uses. And yes, we probably do need them. But we also need to restrict them in what they fucking do. And the more the sooner we start arresting these fucking arseholes and putting them in prison, these police officers, for fucking stuff they've done, like that poor bastard in London who got fucking pushed over and ended up fucking dead, whatever his name was. I can't remember his name now. The guy, oh god, the poor bastard. It was coming home, and the police just pushed him over. Tomlinson, is it? Fucking Ian Tomlinson. Yeah, I think I could be. Let me just fucking Google it. So I think his name is Ian Tomlinson. But poor fucking bastard. Anyway, my fucking thing won't go now. Won't connect. I think it's because I'm streaming so much. It just won't connect to the websites. Anyway, so there's your video, 44 minutes of fucking complete proverbial bollocks. But never trust the police. Don't fucking trust them. And don't reveal and talk to them. Ian Tomlinson. Yeah, here we are. Speaking on the behalf of the Ian Tomlinson Family Campaign. Um, you know, so, these fucking, here we are. Let's see what it says, because I bet you, they still haven't fucking arrested. Statement. Let's have a look at the screen. Statement on today's disciplinary hearing of PC Simon Harwood. Ian's family attended today's Metropolitan Police disciplinary hearing of PC Simon Harwood, held in public in West London. Speaking on behalf of the Ian Tomlinson Family Campaign, Ian's son Paul said, "We came here expecting a disciplinary hearing. There has been no hearing. We expected the Met to rule on whether its officer killed Ian, and the Met have basically gone no comment. It's a whitewash. It's like they have just let PC Harwood resign. The conflicting verdicts of the inquest and criminal court still need to be resolved. We haven't given up. We will now be looking in the civil courts for a final judgment on who killed our dad." You see, the fucking police just don't want to know. They don't want to fucking know. Their officers are allowed to go out there, bang people across the head with fucking truncheons for no fucking good reason, and fucking shoot people, taser them, do what the fuck they like, spray CS gas and fucking pepper spray in their fucking faces, and people end up fucking dead. And that's before you've even got to the fucking cells. That's before you've even got to the fucking cells. So don't trust them, folks. Do not fucking trust them. Just because they're police, it doesn't mean they're nice. They are fucking cunts. They're out there to fucking have a game for a laugh, to chase people around at fucking high speed, and they want you to crash. They want you to fucking crash. And if you crash into other people and it kills innocent people, they don't fucking care. Because if they cared, they wouldn't be fucking driving you so fucking fast. Yeah, they wouldn't be fucking out there to get people like that. Yeah, and they fucking do it all the time. All the fucking time. So fuck the fucking police. I got very little respect for these people. In fact, I got a healthy fucking disrespect. I got a healthy distrust. I'm lucky. I'm lucky I haven't been stitched up on a few occasions, but I think it's because they knew the evidence was in my fucking favour, and it would be very hard to do. But I'm lucky. I don't jip them. I don't jip the police when I'm in the cells, because I know you stand to get a fucking kicking. But people who have fucking gypped them, I've heard about people in police cells shouting, "You're a cunt, fucking police are cunts, fucking police are cunts," shouting like that, right? And I've heard people say, like, they hear the door open, bang, 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 and then it's all fucking quiet after that. Because the police just come in with the truncheons and they just beat the fucking shit out of the people. That shuts them up. That fucking shuts them up. Yeah. So you can't reason with some people. So you just beat the living fuck out of them. And some of those people die. And that's the way the police are. That's the way the police are. They're there to beat the fuck out of people. That's why the police love ex-army. They love ex-army, because ex-army means fucking trained killers, people who've got no moral conscience at all about fucking putting a trigger, pointing a fucking gun at somebody and pulling the fucking trigger. They got no moral conscience. They didn't before they entered the fucking army, and if they did, they trained them to not give a flying fuck about maiming, killing, bombing people. And there's a large amount of these fucking knobsters actually become police. So there's your fucking, there, you see? There. Not all police are fucking from a military background, but there, you see? If you work out my figures, remember my figures we brought up, yeah? My little figures we brought up? Here they are again, just in case you missed them. Let's just zoom in on the fucking figures. There are currently 136,000 police. And if there were 189 police deaths / murders, in their custody because of their mishandling, yeah, then that's 1 in 719 officers is a murderer, yeah. So 1 in 719 police officers might have been from a fucking army background, fucking psychopaths. Let's face it, people who join the fucking police, a lot of the time they're fucking power hungry fucking little twats, yeah. They're fucking power hungry and they just want to find an excuse to fucking hurt somebody. Yeah, they join the police force because they're just fucking thugs. They're just fucking thugs, and then they go around accusing everybody else of being thugs, so they got a fucking excuse to fucking beat them up. Yeah. So there we are, and like I say, behind every thug is 3, 4, or 5 police officers who fucking look after them. Yeah. So that's 1 in 200 then, if you imagine. 1 in 200 is culpable in these fucking attacks on normal members of the public. So fuck them. 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 They are pig scum, a lot of them. Not all of them. I do know some friends who are police. I actually know some police officers who are actually fucking decent people who've actually got brain cells, right? Some of them, are even loose and fun enough that they even go out and party and they fucking take drugs, right? Yeah, that's the type of people they are. Yeah, they're police officers who think, fuck that law. That law's fucking stupid. These fucking laws about fucking drugs are bollocks. And if you're lucky to ever be arrested by those police officers, they'd probably take the drugs off you and fucking let you go. Yeah, they'd fucking stop you, search you, threaten you with arrest, take the drugs, and fucking let you go. And they're not. That doesn't make them corrupt police officers. It just makes them fucking realists. Yeah, fucking realists, because they know that it's just a load of old fucking bollocks at the end of the day. So, hope you enjoyed this video. It's fucking 51 minutes long now, and Jesus Christ, you know. Anyway, you watch fucking Alex Jones videos and they're 2 hour long fucking rants. So anyone who tells me these videos are too long, well, you fucking watch those. So, okay, well, thanks very much and catch you later. Bye.